Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast.
And we get the back view of him. And I mean, it's just a mega.
52 yards is a long shot. Magnum PI, what we named him. No idea.
Just a magnum.
Yeah, just a magnum.
Come on, Cam, last year we said probably 150, mid 150.
Yeah.
Same doe from the morning come out with that 9-pointer.
Here steps out this 90-inch 8-pointer. You're like,
I'm like, okay, well, there's still a buck back there grunting.
Yeah.
And then out steps like another 90-inch 8-pointer. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm like, deer, right there.
Yeah, like
and he's already
yards.
30 yards.
Yeah.
He was literally 5 yards from the base of the tree. Could have been, had a buck down at 1:40 in the afternoon, back there deep on public. 3 does come out pretty early. It was like 245, 24-yard shot, sent the combat veteran, and I tell you what, man, dude, it just smoked. We always get so jacked up when the other person kills. It's just almost like we got it done.
Yeah. And when you killed that doe, I was like, hell yeah, man.
And we come down here to Missouri.
My ass homie one more time. I'm like, is it a good buck? And he goes, yeah, real good, solid buck. I'm like, all right, boom. And the deer just drops. Sure. Super special to me.
Whitetail Legacy Podcast, bringing you back to the hunt and leaving a legacy. Baller rut.
Welcome to day 4. Ain't seeing shit.
That's what we should have named this for sure.
This is day 4 of 16 days straight on public. This ain't no picnic, and it's brutal out there.
Oh man, it's slow. It's slow.
So we'll get into the people that make this possible. Get in the show. So we pulled the Exodus, and we have Magnum located. And I was thinking about this. Every pick of him that we have is on an Exodus. Every one.
On an Exodus Trek too, I believe.
Or a render. Trek or
yeah,
render.
he was on the render. Yep.
Yep. So that just goes to show you, we put the best cams in the best areas, and those Treks, they take such good pictures.
I
dude.
love the Trek pictures, man.
We pulled a Tasco cam today. Holy shit!
It looks like damn Super Nintendo Mario Brothers out there. I'm like, what the hell is this, dude?
We pulled the Trek and looked through those, and then we put the Tasco next. We're like, holy shit!
Yeah, I was like, wow, space age out here.
It lets you know what's there, but you're not.
Yeah,
you're not getting a fire pick.
You're like, it had antlers. It does not have antlers.
All right, well, day 4 here. Is this a true day 4?
Yeah, this is true day 4.
This is true day 4. Man, that many days already.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's freaking ripping by. So we went in back, all the way to the back again today. We knew that the morning was going to be cool. We had 4 does come in. 2 of them winded us because of this wind is not what we normally hunt back there. 2 came in, went right into the bedding. We talked to another guy that was hunting close out there the last 2 days. He didn't see anything this morning. Didn't see much yesterday. And is going to get up to 70 degrees the next 3 days. It was like 72 today. We were out in T-shirts. And
or less.
so we backed out of there, took everything out of the deep, biked it all out.
So much shit.
Yeah, so we had all our late season clothes back there we had left. Homie left his bow back there. We had so much stuff that we had, left back there. You can't hunt that spot over and over and alert those does on this off wind. On the north or northwest, we're not going to alert anything. More than likely, you know what I mean? The stuff that's going to circle around through the pinch is, we're going to be solid. So we decided to back out of there. We had Magnum not close to daylight in the dark, still about an hour out. So we're like, man, but if he comes through here an hour out and we're getting down, then we blow him out.
Yeah.
So we left there about 1, probably 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30.
And we did a big circle, went to the other side, pulled 3 cams, absolute nothing on them.
Mm-hmm.
There was absolutely nothing on them. Went in there to hunt a spot, and there's a guy there. So absolutely nothing on cams, and then we were going to hunt a different spot. There was a guy already in there. We were probably 300 yards when I seen him, backed out, So we decided to go do another spot,
Yeah.
circled all the way around to a different property, went in and circled around, went to the parking lot, no trucks there. We're like, okay. Literally went in right on the map where I wanted to go. Stepped 10 foot into the woods, started hearing whistles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was probably 2:30, 2 o'clock at that point.
By the time we were there, it's probably 2:30. Yeah.
We walked like 3/4 mile across field and then got there, and he was whistling at us. And we learned tonight that he actually had a guy drop him off because he's seen the car down there going to pick him up.
Right.
So that's why there wasn't a truck there. So we circled back and we hunted for pickles. We set up for basically tomorrow morning, but we threw a hunt at it tonight just so we could be out there. Pickles is a buck that me and my son found off the road. I think it's around the high 150s, 160 class. And my boy named him Pickles. I asked him what we should name him, and he loves pickles now. So
I would love pickles.
yeah. So yeah, I love pickles too. So we set up on him coming off the ag with does. He can come from the south off the ag from does, or the east off the ag from does, or the west off the ag from does.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in like a block of timber where there's ag surrounding it, and it's probably maybe a 20-acre block. Yeah, something like that. So 25-acre block of timber. We're set up on a good ridge system to where if he funnels back into bed with those does, we'll be in between them. And then after that, it's so hot, we're going to stay out of the back. We got some really good weather coming when we had the encounter with him. So we're going to hold off from back there, not to alert them does, just let them do their normal thing. Probably go back in there Saturday, Sunday maybe. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and really try hard. We got that cold front coming Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it's going to cool down. It's only going to be like in the mid-40s on Monday and Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
When it's a 50% chance of rain them days also.
But it'd be better better than 70.
And getting out of the south wind.
Yeah, getting a northwest wind like we need. So every time Magnum was there, it was on a north or a northeast.
Yep. We put that in there today. We did some checking on that because he's been there the 25th, the 27th, and the 29th. On the 27th and the 29th, he was on the render, so we got that immediate intel right away. After we got on hunting last night, we pulled the trek there that's on the other side of this berm, and he was there on the 25th. So he was there 2 days before the first time being on the render. We've been kind of documenting our summer trail cam strategy or just our trail cam strategy overall. And when I pulled that trek the last time on the 15th, I had said, it might seem silly to somebody else looking in or, viewing it that we have cameras so close, but sometimes you have to do that, I feel like, to know how the deer actually work in the area. Because, you can only see so much, you're not going to be out there at midnight being able to see how the deer are moving. Or you might think the deer are doing this and they're totally doing something different. Like, I didn't think that he would come from the south as much as he had. We got the split 3 buck coming from the south. There's a lot more action coming from the south in the evening when we would think that they would be going that way to the ag on the private. So we also have that same situation on another property where Westside was. We had 3 cams within about 120 yards. Using that totally different this year than we were last year, as far as the deer movement is going. And we got it kind of more figured out this year because we had all them cams in just such a tight-knit area. Deer's on one cam, 40 yards away, not on that cam. Like, in the trail, the heavy main trail goes right by it. So
I think if you got some bucks that you really want to kill, Magnum's number one for us. We really want to kill him, so we threw a lot of dice in on him. And we got cams kind of close in that area, but we know that's the only area that we get him. You know what I mean? He's not going to be anywhere else. So we throw those in there, and we have enough cams to where we can still find the random bucks like Pickles to hunt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we have, but without that trek there, we would have thought he's only there 2 days, and he's actually there on cam 3 days.
3, yeah.
Out of the last 7. You know what I mean? So he could be there every night and just dodging our cams. We don't know.
That too.
But he's there at like 1 midnight and then an hour after dark one night. So definitely not any kind of pat or anything. We just know he's in the area. He comes in there around the same time every year, just like we've been talking about, and that's his rut area. And I feel like he's in there still. I just feel like the does aren't moving very much because it's warm.
Yeah.
And every doe that we've seen back there has no bucks with them.
No.
We've seen 2 small bucks back there by themselves just kneeling around.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a fired up 6-pointer or a young 8-pointer or anything cruising. Nothing. And we set, we've got, 16, 17 hours back there?
We sat back there all day yesterday, so that's 11 hours.
Yeah, and then
6 to 5.
Yeah.
And then we sat there half a day today.
We sat there till 12:30,
so another 6 hours.
6.5. Yeah, so 17 and a half hours we got back there with no cruisers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but we were talking today, like, we just feel like that area is going to be literally a light switch.
yeah.
It's going to be dog shit, boom.
Mm-hmm.
It's off the
Doe
chain.
comes in, it's off the chain.
Yeah, it's just going to take, I feel like, 1, 2 does in that area. This morning we know that there was 7 does there.
Yeah.
Like, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like 2 of them come in, it's just going to be bonkers.
Yeah. It's just, you don't want to keep alerting those does on this off wind, you know what I mean? Because you're like, man, I got to be in the spot. This is where he's at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you have more days to hunt him, this property does close and you can't hunt it, here, the 12th is the last day?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it closes on the 12th, and then we're done hunting Magnum for the rest of the year. So, it's tough. You want to put all your dice in there, but you can't go back there for 9 days and hunt him.
Yeah, I know we've talked about being aggressive on here, but being aggressive and being smart, I mean, you got to draw a line, you know what I mean? And I feel like with the off wind combined with a 70-degree day, 70,
and you're
the stretch of 3 days.
And you're not seeing any cruising.
Yeah, there were 7 does. There's other guys hunting on the ridge to the west of us. 3 does way off in the distance, blowing at them. Had a guy supposedly on the south of the private over there, rattling and grunting all morning, according to those guys, So a lot of pressure going on over there. We're just hoping that if we can stay out of there, that they'll still feel secure enough to come into the back door.
There's no pressure in our pocket.
Yeah.
If we're not back there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So kind of let him, let a couple does come in, then go back in there. And we got the render there to give us, that exact intel of, okay, we got some bucks daylight, and for some reason, might want to get back there and check it out, you know what I mean? So if that does happen, in the 70-degree weather, we get a buck daylight, we know that it's time to go back there. But we're going to play it out. We are going to hunt a couple hot days towards the end there just because we can feel like, we only got 5 days left. We're just going to keep sending it.
Yeah.
But that's the game plan on Magnum. Tomorrow we're going in on pickles. Then we're going to make a move. If that don't pan out, we're going to make a move to the north we talked about, maybe?
Yeah, I'm undecided. I have to see.
Most of the time, you don't have a consistent wind for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This has been the most consistent wind.
Yeah,
and it's
southwest,
not...
southwest, southwest, and everything we got set up is north, northwest, like the prime, north, northwest, northeast. You know what I mean? So, we're kind of going and hunting some random areas where we know there's bucks, but just kind of.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting back in down on that road. We know that there's does traveling heavy there, and like you said, it's still kind of back in the shit.
Yeah.
We don't have to cross the ravine, but we're still in the area that a buck can show up. We've had all the bucks, all the shooters last year on that cam in that area, and we got kind of a off wind that they could slip in, you know what I mean? Or, one of them does that's cruising down there could slip in.
I feel like hunting there or past the oak bottom, even in that, in the bottom down there past the oak flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking, like that lift, where that lift 2's at.
Yeah, there or even north of there, anywhere down in there, just to throw a safe set back in there closer to where we know he might be.
Yeah.
And if those those other guys are hunting that ridge is huge, but we don't want to go in there and bang it up if they're hunting it, you know what I mean? So if they're not, sorry, our phone keeps going off. We haven't had our phones for freaking hours. You know what I mean? Everybody's wanting to know what's going on.
Everybody's getting out of the woods. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's an option. We might go back there
I'm not decided yet about the afternoon move, but I like the idea of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then we can pull a cam, get some more intel.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. Maybe this year Magnum crossed on the 23rd daylight. We should have been there.
Yeah.
So, man, it's just been slow. We've been putting an assload of work. As far as the video front goes, if you guys enjoy seeing the strategy, the game plan, the moving, the downs, a lot of the downs, you're going to enjoy this first segment on the Last Breath YouTube channel. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I should have calculated miles. I know we had like 6+ today.
I would say we put in at least 6 today.
Yeah, but I looked at the 31st when we were out there, and I had 11,000 something steps. So yeah, that was just the morning.
That was just a morning.
We packed out. Yeah, so
not even Sunday when we went back there, did all that scouting, and then went back up.
So,
I would say I'm having fun. I know you're a little tired, but you're still cutting up, having fun. I know.
Oh yeah, we're having fun. We're cracking up in the stands.
Yeah.
I took 2 poops in the woods in 4 days, or
Right?
5 days. 5 days.
Yesterday I went to take a leak. It's right at 11. Like I'm used to eating at 11 every day at work, so I'm just trying to stay on that. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna pee and then I'm gonna eat lunch. And I get 3 drops of pee out, and Cody's like, "There's a doe." I'm like, "What?" Ain't seen nothing for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Doe, just random as hell. And then we seen a couple more does after that. So.
Yeah.
It's been
we're getting midday doe movement, no bucks behind them.
None.
I'm like, what is going on right now? November 3rd.
This is perfect.
November 3rd.
Absolute perfect.
Yeah, just in the prime. So, but yeah, we're out there trying to do the best we can, grind it out for you guys. Like homie said, the video will be up a couple days on Last Breath's page. If you guys are just listening to this, go ahead and tell your buddies about it. And if you want to, subscribe or leave us a review. That's what I meant to say. Leave us a review on the podcast. We'd super appreciate that. We're going to keep bringing the content, you guys. Keep out there. We're going to keep hunting. We still got a lot more days. It's going to heat up after this hot phase comes through, but we're not letting this hot phase hold us back. All it takes is one hot doe to change the whole season. So we'll be out there every day. So, well, you got anything else?
Nope. Can't really tell you what the deer are doing besides they're just out there.
Yeah,
not being by
some
us.
people we've had it seems like the mornings have been better for deer movement.
Yeah.
Right now.
Now, yep.
But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully tomorrow we have a banger and we got a buck down and shit's off the chain. But we're still out there. Beautiful sunset tonight.
Oh,
Absolutely
it's perfect.
Insanely gorgeous.
Had a little
sunset.
water hole to bounce off of.
It
Good
was primo.
tree
I
color.
said, look at that, dude. Look at that sunset.
That was
It was
awesome.
fire, but also had the guys on private building fence. 70 degrees in November. Let's build some fence. Let's get the post hole digger out.
Not just like your average postal digger. I
No,
mean, it's
the tractor post hole digger. Where we wanted the deer to go feed.
Right.
Perfect.
Yep.
Absolute mint. So, all right, guys. We appreciate you listening. We out.